I chose to use the presentation tools Prezi and GarageBand to create 2 of my evaluation questions in order to present the information in a more interesting way. I used Prezi for my first evaluation question, which was, in what ways does your media product use, develop and challenge forms and conventions? And to commence with that, I chose a blank Prezi so that I could create my own structure from the very beginning. When opening a new Prezi, a circle frame always pops up. I just delete this to give a blank spread. To add another frame, choose which one you want from the drop-down menu in the top left corner and drag it across to the Prezi. Adding text is a very simple process. You click where you want to implement the text, type and click away when you're done. You can change the font, sizing and colour of the text from the floating menu that appears above it. Prezi is an interactive presentation which artistically provides ways of presenting and representing information. You are able to break down long paragraphs of text into bite-sized chunks and spread them across the Prezi. The addition of symbols and images in the Prezi also works to make it a more interesting presentation. And Prezi has its own symbols and shapes for you to use, or the ability to import anything you've downloaded off the internet or even a YouTube video via a link. You can zoom into a selected space, mostly in the spaces of some of the letters in your text is what I choose to do, and generate more text within an invisible frame. The animated format of the software means you can make the information look aesthetically pleasing. You simply click Edit Path in the bottom left corner of the screen and click on the frames you wish to animate, in the same way you would a slideshow. You can rearrange these frames in the same way by clicking Edit Path and moving the slides up and down in the menu on the left. Prezi saves itself every couple of minutes to secure anything you create, and overall solves the problem of answering an evaluation question that tends to produce long block paragraph answers and presenting the information in a way that will engage the viewer. For my third evaluation question, I created a podcast using GarageBand and uploaded it online to Podomatic so that I could embed it in my blog. I used GarageBand as I had some experience of using it already and knew that it would be far easier to record and edit on there than using a different program such as Audacity. Once you have opened GarageBand and created a new project, all you have to do is create a track from the drop-down menu at the top of the screen, Track and then New Track, and press the red record button in the menu when you're ready. The metronome may be on as it is a music recording software, however this is very easy to turn off by clicking Record at the top of the screen and Metronome. This is the same process if the counting is on as well. With GarageBand, you are able to layer sounds and arrange them how you like with ease. For example, I downloaded 2 songs off of YouTube to play at the beginning and end of the podcast to emulate a professional program. These were very easy to edit, of course, being far too long initially. You simply move to the end of the clip once it has been imported into a new track and drag it back to where you want it to end. Or go to the beginning of the clip and drag it forward if you want just the end of the piece. You can fade sound in and out by clicking Track Master and then Volume from the Master Track header. You mark the volume points either side of where you want to fade the sound and then drag exactly where you want it to fade to. This allowed for a much more professional sound as I felt it emulated a more professional radio program. To export the piece, you click Share at the top of the screen and Export Song to Disk. This will bring up a window where you can edit the name, file type, sound quality, etc. and will export it to an MP3. From then on, I just uploaded it to Podomatic and embedded it in my blog. Utilising this program meant I was able to create a more professional sounding podcast with relative ease and with all the elements I required, without having to record the sound separately on a Tascam and upload it using a different editing software.